Average Pat's Movie Reviews.
Hi everyone, Average Pat here to sit to chat today about the movie Ad Astra. I went and saw it last night in IMAX, got my new collectible, let's see if I can get it without the glare. There we go, got my new collectible patch. Goes very well with my one I got from First Man. Part of my many collections of IMAX items that I've gotten for attending to see the films in the theater. This movie was an incredible movie that was a lot more than I expected. Based on the trailer, you expect a sci-fi typical movie. You expect a little bit of action, a little bit of suspense, nothing too heavy. This movie is a lot more than that, and I think the way it was positioned with the trailer might let some people be disappointed with that. Some people expect a super action movie. They expect something, more of a interactive type movie with other characters, as opposed to the way this almost appears to be a pseudo biography along the lines of The Martian, with Brad Pitt in a role. However, he's not trapped on a planet. It's him trying to figure out what's going on exactly. I will do this without spoilers, don't worry. It's going to be tough, though. There's a lot in here to touch. Brad Pitt is trying to come to terms with his own awareness. He is a very decorated astronaut named Roy McBride. He's the son of H. Clifford McBride, played by Tommy Lee Jones, who's just a force of movie history. He's an incredible actor, and again, he delivers a great performance in this as well. Along the lines, they also have Donald Sutherland plays Thomas Pruitt, Colonel Pruitt. He is in it for a significant amount of time, not as much as you'd probably expect him to be in, but he does a very good job in the time that he's in there. Brad Pitt is an exceptionally well-trained astronaut in this. He strives on the fact that he doesn't panic, he doesn't have overreactions, and you realize very quickly when you pay attention to the small details, every single thing that the astronauts do is analyzed, and they have to have a basically a psych exam before they're able to be cleared for any flight through a robotic system. And every time he has to take that test, how it goes about it, how he answers his questions are all analyzed. And you start realizing more and more as the movie goes on that this is a psychological movie. This is a movie that helps you. Self-introspection was a word I used last night in my description on my Facebook page. You have to look inside yourself to find out exactly what you hope to accomplish with it. The premise of being in space by yourself or with a small crew for an excessive amount of time is detrimental to a lot of people, and there's studies of how long people can be in space for without having any issues, which is part of the reason we haven't gone to Mars yet. This movie addresses that in a roundabout way, not exactly head on, but enough of a way that you realize it. This was directed by, hang on one sec, I want to make sure I get this correctly. This was directed by James Gray. I apologize. He was also one of the writers. And he was very good with his choices for cinematographer and for the score. The music was done by Max Richter, and the cinematography was done by Hoyt van Hoytema. Excuse me. He's known for such films as Her and Dunkirk and Spectre. The James Bond movie. He's an incredible cinematographer, and he finally gets to really flex his wings in this one with the visuals that are just incredibly outstanding. What they expect different planets would look like as they went past them, and it's not some far off, strange planet in a different solar system or anything along those lines. It's our own planets: Jupiter, Neptune, Saturn, Earth. What they all look like, the Moon. The interactions and the paces that the characters go through on different surfaces are incredibly well filmed, and it's amazing to see the way it works. The score for it picks up exactly where you expect it to. It delivers when it needs to. The movie's just incredibly well done. The performances are just gut-wrenchingly amazing. Brad Pitt honestly has to get some sort of nomination for Best Actor in this. He sort of tells the whole entire story as he goes along, sort of, but not directly. It's kind of narrated, but not necessarily an actual narration like it was on The Martian, where Matt Damon would talk to the camera and all that. This is more of an introspection of himself through his mind and what he feels, what he sees, what he wants to say, what he wants to do. The ability for him to be able to hold on to the scene with so much else going on and hearing what he's thinking and you understand where his mind's coming from, where his mind's going, or not knowing where it's going, makes it a huge difference. And he handles the complexities of that incredibly well, which is, I mean, it's definitely Oscar buzz worthy. There's no question of it. This movie was a very well packaged movie. Great sound, great visuals, great acting. Tommy Lee Jones delivers again, like I said. Donald Sutherland in his time delivers. There's a small cameo by Liv Tyler, and she does. Liv Tyler's performance is not excessive, but just enough to give an idea of where she was and where she fits in, and is quite a well done job on her part as well. Overall, I have to give the movie at least a 4.75. It's not quite perfect because I do think it was the way the trailer portrays it doesn't do it justice, and I think that might bite it in the backside. I think the numbers should be great for this, but unfortunately they're not going to be as good as they should because of the fact that people are going to expect one movie and come out with a different impression of it, and I don't know that they're like that. I enjoy it. I enjoy a good suspenseful introspection movie. I thought this was better than Gravity was or Interstellar. I do think The Martian was a little bit better just because of the novelty of it, how rare and how incredible it was. But this one is just a great movie overall. I definitely recommend going to see it in the IMAX format just because of the visuals, the space scenes, the absolute vastness of space are very well portrayed with the IMAX screen. And I think it's worth the cost, honestly. So, again, I would give us a 4.75 out of a 5. Highly recommend it, and make sure you guys go see it. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe to my YouTube page. Give me a like there, or on Facebook. Give a like to that so I know my messages are getting through and you guys like what I'm doing. I look forward to hearing from you guys. If you have any questions, comments, or anything you disagree with my opinion, you agree with it, whatever, please feel free to add a comment below. Thank you very much. Have a great day.